Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man back again for another shave video. It has been a little bit of time since I've done one of these, and as you can see, it's because my surroundings are different. I have been out of the country for about a month, and that is because I have been deployed with the airmen from Whiteman Air Force Base to Diego Garcia. We're gonna get into the shave, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Diego Garcia and why I'm here. So first of all, it is an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. So I'm gonna be using some islandy products. I've got my bay rum sample from Sterling. I just put the Sterling sample in this little container I got from the dollar store. Fits perfectly, works great for their Sterling samples. And I've got my Grey Dog brush. This is black palm wood. So I figured that would be the perfect brush to use, considering all the palm trees that are on this island. Where is Diego Garcia? So Diego Garcia is in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and we are 1,000 miles from the nearest landmass, which is India. We are 2,000 miles approximately from Africa and 3,000 miles from Australia. So we are literally in the middle of nowhere. Diego Garcia is a very small atoll, which is the largest island in a group of islands called the Chagos Islands, or Chagos area. I'm not sure exactly. It is basically the rim of a extinct volcano, and like I said, it's very small. It is it's interesting. It's not an island, it's an atoll, so it's a strip that kind of makes a semicircle. It's almost in the shape of a footprint. I think I'll upload a picture to the front or back of this so you can kind of see what it looks like. But if you go from the top to the bottom, and it's open at the top, so ships can get in. There's a big bay in the middle, but ships can get in there, and there are merchant marine ships that are parked in there, and supply ships that come in. We're going to be using the Feather ASD2, which is now one of my favorite razors. I've got a Persona blade in it. Anyways, if you go from tip to tip, it's 37 miles. I think, I don't quote me on this, I could be wrong. I think I read somewhere that the entire area of the island is only like 12 square miles. I might be remembering that one wrong. But I do know that the elevation of the island ranges from sea level, obviously, to 20 feet above sea level. So there is almost zero elevation change on this island. The average elevation above sea level is 4. I can tell you, I rode my bike from the north end to the south end, which was 16 miles one way, and it was so easy. So very easy to bike. I've never biked that far in my life, but because you're at sea level and you've got a lot of oxygen, so if you're used to a higher elevation and you come down to sea level, you're just gonna get more oxygen per breath, and so your muscles are gonna be better fed, so it makes working out easier. Also, just the zero elevation change. You're not fighting against hills, getting tired out. It's all pretty well flat, which makes biking super easy. And even though it was a mountain bike and not like a road bike, it was still very doable. But even still, after the 33 miles round trip, I was pretty well tired. But anyways, so why are we here? Well, I deployed here with the B2 Spirit. If you guys follow me, you know I've done a few of these deployments. I've been to Guam twice, I've been to Hawaii, and now Diego Garcia. There's a couple other places that we deploy. We've been to, I haven't, but we have been to Europe, England specifically, and I think sometimes we deploy to like Alaska. So why Diego? Well, it's very strategic location. Being in the Indian Ocean, we can partner with Australia and do joint missions. And we can hold 3 areas basically under threat if we need to. You know, you got Africa, obviously, different terrorist organizations there. You've got China, obviously. And then the whole PACOM area, Pacific Command. So we came out here, did our mission, actually getting ready to leave now. As you can see on my bed back there, I'm packing my bag. We're gonna be leaving in a couple of days. But my internet here is so slow. We've got free internet and pay internet, and I didn't feel like doing the pay internet, and the free internet is not good enough to upload any of my videos. So this will be uploaded when I get home, which is why I haven't been doing any videos while I'm here, and which is why by the time you see this one, I will be home already. But I did kind of want to do at least one of these shaves here and tell you a little bit about what I've been doing here. I will say that this soap, you know, if you haven't used Sterling, you need to give it a try. It is kind of a baseline soap. I think everybody should use it. It's very affordable, so there's no reason to not get it. Tons of scents, so probably more scents than just about anybody else out there. I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 other ones that has even comparable the number of scents that Sterling has. So there's really something for everybody, but I think it's a good just baseline soap to compare all other soaps against, because it is so common, so well known. You know, everybody pretty much has used it and can compare to Sterling. So you're like, oh, it's, you know, the cushion is comparable to Sterling, or it's slicker than Sterling, or it's not as slick as Sterling. Everybody kind of understands that as a baseline. Most people, I think. So the weird thing here is that the water is so soft, because I'm probably because they're processing salt water to be fresh water. So it's super soft to begin with, being salt water. And that makes the soap crazy slick. Like, it's amped up the slickness of the soap immensely. It's just crazy how slick this soap is. It's so much. I mean, Sterling is slick to begin with. It's really one of the first few soaps that really got the slickness part down. And for me, that's the most important aspect of soap, is that it be slick. And Sterling is definitely a slick soap. There's not too many soaps out there that are actually slicker. But the soft water here really just amped up the slickness. It took what I consider a average performing soap, or slightly better than average. I don't think anybody really considers Sterling average, but when you compare it to all the premium soaps out there, it's kind of a bare bones, just like I said, baseline soap. It performs super well. I think it's just crazy how the soft water affects, which really makes you think about possibly getting a water softener at home, because it changes. It's definitely a game changer when it comes to wet shaving. All right, so I brought a few things out with me since I was going to be out here for a long time. I didn't just bring my standard travel kit. Hopefully later today I'm going to get a chance to do a travel video and show off what I would keep in my travel kit if I was going on a shorter trip, like a week or less. But since I was going to be out here a month, I went ahead and brought some full-size stuff. So I got a full bottle of witch hazel. So we're going to be using that. I had just a great shave today. Really smooth. No nicks, no irritation. I think I've been using this blade. I probably got at least 2 weeks on this blade. It's a Persona right now. What else? Got a new product that I brought out with me, the Via Barbaria from Omega Aqua Scent. This is the hyaluronic acid serum, which I really like, and it's a nice light aquatic scent. It doesn't last very long, the scent, so it's fine to go ahead and throw another aftershave on top if you want, which I think I will. I got some cheapy dollar store version Brute. Well, actually, it's CVS, so not dollar store, but it was probably only like $2 or $3, if that. Maybe it was $1.50. I don't remember. Been a while since I bought it. And finally, going to finish up with product that I bought here. Actually found a bottle of European Brute Eau de Toilette. So, good stuff, good stuff. So stoked that I was actually able to find some sort of wet shaving gear here that I didn't have. One thing that I did buy here also, they did have some Persona blades, and so I bought a pack of those, and a bottle of Skin Bracer. Intended on bringing a bottle of Skin Bracer with me, and realized at home that I didn't have any plastic bottles of it. I only had a couple of glass bottles. And I wasn't able to get to the store to buy a bottle before I left. Luckily got here and they have the plastic bottles here, so I was able to get that. So we're gonna get this wrapped up, but I just wanna say, I've been doing a couple of cool things on the island. I've gone snorkeling a couple times, hang out at the beach. Saw some cool coconut crabs. That's kind of something that's kind of unique to some areas. I think they have coconut crabs on Guam, but I never saw the coconut crabs there like I saw them here. They're everywhere at night, and they're massive. The biggest one that I saw was probably about this big, around like leg span. But just really cool. I'll try to throw some pictures up when I'm editing this video so you can see one of those too. But we're gonna go tour a merchant marine ship today. See, I think they're full of like munitions, tanks, helicopters, that sort of thing. So in case you know, we need to go to war, they're strategically placed here. We can just put them off so the Marines can have what they need. We're gonna go to a plantation tomorrow, check that out. We're gonna go see some sea turtles at Turtle Cove tomorrow. Yesterday we went and toured a Space Force satellite control station. So they are in the transition of moving from the U.S. Air Force to the U.S. Space Force. It's just a unique area, which I'm glad I got the opportunity to come check out. It is military only. This is one thing I didn't touch on. It's a military only island, so it's not a place like Guam or Hawaii that you can just be like, hey, I want to go to Diego, let's book a flight and go. You can't do it because the only way to get here is by military air. The island is a British territory, so this general region is called the Biot, the British Indian Ocean Territory. So it's kind of like Guam is a U.S. territory. Diego Garcia is a British territory. So we're under a lot of British rules. They kind of own this island, but the biggest presence here is actually the U.S. Navy. So the U.S. Navy kind of leases a big portion of the island from the British to maintain a permanent naval base here. I believe there's somewhere between 200 to 300 permanent parties on the island at any given time. We came here with 250 Air Force personnel, so we basically doubled the population of the island, and we definitely made the Air Force a large presence here with 3 B-2s that we brought here. They're already back home. We are just wrapping up, getting ready to go home ourselves. So I'm gonna cut this off, and I'll say thank you for watching, and the next time you see me, well, when you're watching this video, I'll be home, but then the next video will be another shave from me from home as well. So enjoy your shaves. Later.